Greetings, Mythics. Happy New Year, one and all. My name is Ken Boyter, welcoming you to 2025. Alongside me is, of course, Scrockle Snook from the Bottled Imp YouTube channel. If you've not checked that channel out, go check it out. It's one that I co-created with Julian. We've covered fantasy board games, fantasy books, and fantasy films, all reviews, plus we do some other shenanigans. Over 450 episodes to binge watch. How is everybody? It's another Saturday, but it's not just any other Saturday, no. As I said at the top of the show, Happy New Year. It is 2025. Where does the time go? Sure, it goes down a drain hole or something. It disappears. I remember being 7 years old. Where does the time go? That was a few years ago. Yes, we are back. It is Edra Scrolls, Ramblings of a Storyteller. The Storyteller is myself. Good morning, Jonathan. Happy New Year to you, sir. Talking of storytellers, there's another fine storyteller, Jonathan Green, ladies and gentlemen. Ace Gamebooks, if you haven't checked out any of their gamebooks, check out Jonathan's gamebooks. Thank you very much. You're putting in as much effort as me. HNY. No, that'll do. I've literally just woken up. Hey, that old trick. Yes, if you haven't read any of Jonathan's gamebooks, I thoroughly recommend them. In fact, I've got a few of them here. We've got Beowulf Beastslayer. We have Dracula. And with Dracula, you can play multiplayers. You can play as many different characters. Look at that. That's going to give you nightmares, isn't it? And with Beowulf Beastslayer, yes, it is Beowulf. It's the Anglo-Saxon poetry saga where you play Beowulf, as far as I can remember. Oh yeah, and this is the one that I had. There's numerous names in here and place names that I couldn't pronounce, which gave Jonathan no end of amusement or just pulling his hair out. So those are just but two of Jonathan's gamebooks. He also is a hired gun. He's a hired writer as well, and so he has written the first of what seems to be many Arkham horror gamebooks, The Darkness Over Arkham by Jonathan Green. Check out those as well. If you want to check out Jonathan's books, go to www.jonathangreenauthor.com and he has a full list of all of his gamebooks there. Good morning, Lirin, or good evening, it probably will be. Thank goodness Honor Among Thieves did not scare. Oh, that's good. My cousin's daughter away from RPGs, heroic fantasy, but actually piqued her interest in the genre. That is good news. That is brilliant news. I don't know how old your cousin's daughter is, but Honor Among Thieves is a very good film. I think it's a very solid fantasy film. Not as good as Lord of the Rings, obviously, but then it's a different beast, really. And also, it's quite cruel to compare things to Lord of the Rings because that's got such a following. That is such a classic fantasy book. It's the granddaddy of all the fantasy books, really, to be honest. So it's a good. If she's never seen any fantasy films before, that is a very good one to start with. So yeah, I'm glad it didn't scare her. We did. Oh, we did. DL. Oh, we did. Did we die in the last book? Oh yes, Martha. You didn't make it. No, you did make it. Did you, Martha? There was a live stream where you couldn't make it. I can't remember which. My memory is shocking. It really is shocking. We didn't die in the last book, no. So, the last game book that we've been playing has been The Ghosts of Craven Manor by Joseph Daniels. A very, very solid game book here. It's really entertaining. I would thoroughly recommend these. There is a sequel apparently that's longer. We didn't die, no. We managed to go back to... We managed to burn some bones in the graveyard of people, you know, that were the scary ghosts in some of the rooms. And once we'd done that, we managed to go in and actually get the final carved image, which was a carved rabbit. And then we went to the library and put them in the mural that then opened up the secret room where we discovered a diary, I think it was, or letters to do with the house. So it was very satisfying. Plus we did some other things, so it was quite a good session. I have put it up on the Edra Tales YouTube channel. And just to say that, the Edra Tales Twitch channel, normally I save these because I've got a low subscriber, you know, low following, 69 followers or 68 followers. Because one of those is me, because I wanted to test if it followed, and you can follow your own channel. Yay, go me. It doesn't automatically save them. Yeah, I have to. What I've been doing in the past is you can save highlights, so I just extend the bar out and highlight every bit of the episode. So in effect, I'm just saving the episodes. And then I discovered you can export it to YouTube, so which I've been doing that. So my Edra Tales YouTube channel, and the but recently, the last week or so, it won't let me highlight. It won't let me save the episode on Edra Tales Twitch. It does program error. It just says error when you do it. So I've not been able to save them on Edra Tales, which is really frustrating. But I can still export it to the YouTube channel. So if you do want to see further episodes, like if you've missed an episode, go to the YouTube channel, the Edra Tales YouTube channel. Saying that, because of that glitch, and I didn't know you could still export them, part 8 of the Ghost of Creven Manor has been lost. So I do apologise for that. Just turned 17. Oh, so it's just turned 17. Oh, okay, yeah, so I would say... Yeah, Honour Among Thieves, that's fine. 17-year-old, you should be able to handle that. What's wrong with you? Yes, sorry, sorry, was supposed to say, didn't we die in the Beowulf tour? Oh, sorry, in Beowulf, yes. Of course we died in Beowulf. Of course we died. So, yeah, game books. We are going to be doing a new game book. Talking of game books, and I've just been trying to look for game books. So we've got James A. Hirons, or Jam. I don't know where he is today, but this is another one. But I think this is an adult interactive game book. So he suggested not. Doing it as a live stream, so that's a shame because I did want to do that one. I might have a look at it and just make that decision. I don't know why it's adult. Anyway, so that's that game book that we could have done. We've not done that one. What else have I got here? Oh, I've got loads of game books. It's amazing, actually, how many game books we've actually done. Let's have a look. Oh, League of Thieves, we've done that one. Yeah, I'm just trying to look for ones that we've not done. But the ones I've not done, we've done another one. Matt Brighton, don't know how you pronounce that, Beaton, Escape from Sherwood, another game book. Actually, this one is a bit thinner. 254. I think this is aimed at a slightly younger audience, to be honest. 254 entries. Oh, he's knocking them out. So I'm tempted to do another fighting fantasy. We've got Scorpion Swamp. Come on. We've got Talisman of Death. We've got Trial of Champions. See, I've never done these ones. Who was Scorpion Swamp? Was that actually written by... Yes, that was written by one of them. Scorpion Swamp. Then we got Trial of Champions. Then we got Talisman of Death. Yes, the once peaceful world of Orb is in a terrible danger. Dark forces are at work to unleash an awesome might of the evil one. And only you can stop them. Your mission is to destroy the Talisman of Death before the Dark Lord's minions reach you. But beware, time is running out. 2 dice, a pencil, and an eraser are all you need to make your journey. You decide which way to go, which dangers to risk, and which monsters to fight. It's amazing how these just took off, didn't they? Yeah, so, although, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure which ones to do. How about we play test your game book? Well, we have already done a game. Didn't we do a game playthrough? We did do a game. Didn't we do that? We've done that already, I'm sure, Martha. But that's very kind that you'd want to do that. Scorpion Swamp was written by the US game designer. Oh, cheeky monkeys. Who co-created the Yeah, not the UK games designer Steve Jackson, who co-created the FF2. So, but they do mean, even up here, they do mean Steve Jackson. They do mean the UK Steve Jackson, don't they? Yeah, I've never known too much about the American Steve Jackson until I watched a documentary that was about something else, and well, it was actually about his conspiracy game, because he created a conspiracy game, and so, and I was like, oh, okay, but I don't think, as he's not as Steve Jackson, the American Steve Jackson, has he had massive hits like with big games? Because I didn't really recognise any of the games he'd written. That's why it says Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone on the cover. Yes, that's what I thought. Any ones that have that are written by other people. Because originally it started out with... Didn't it start out with both their names on there? Or am I getting that wrong? So this is an old copy. Oh, sorry, this is a new copy. Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. I always thought that, yeah. Or did they always? But then you've got some that just have their one name. Steve Jackson's the Citadel of Chaos. And here it says Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone present. Anyone that had to present, I did think, is Talisman of Death one of yours? Oh no, Jamie Thompson and Mark Smith. Oh look, whoever's this was has ticked off which ones they've got. So look, this is an original one. There's only 14 books that have gone before that. Yeah, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. So they got them in fairly early, didn't they? Other people to write them. Concept copyright, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. Text copyright, Jamie Thompson and Mark Smith. Yeah. Oh, it must have been so good, Jonathan, to be part of this. Not that I'm jealous or anything. I'm jealous. If it was by UK Steve Jackson, it would only be his name on the cover. Yes. Yeah, so Steve Jackson's a Citadel. My first one was number 53. I know, you keep telling me and I always forget. So this is number 11. Yeah. Scorpion Swamp is also an open world wilderness crawl that can arguably be called a granddaddy of the genre. Being, says Lee Rin here, being written 2 decades before computers that can even run Zelda 64 Worldcraft Elder Scrolls even existed. Staying up until 4 a.m. was not a good idea. Oh, Martha. Yeah, I stayed up till 2 a.m. I was just reading. And I thought, oh, I know, I'll go to bed early, yeah, and read. Because I normally read an hour before I would like to fall asleep. And I tried to go to bed at 11 to read to fall asleep for 12. And I thought, no, I'll go earlier. And then I just ended up reading for 3 hours. Started at 10, didn't finish till, 2, 1, 2. So, it's the first open world. Oh, that's interesting then. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if I'm a hunter. Oh, look, we've got a bookmark here. Look at this. The Iron Bridge Bookshop. I love that. When you buy second-hand books, you get... I keep stuff like that in. Like any old bus tickets that people have used as a bookmark or anything like that. Any receipts. Yeah, this was an open world. This was part open world. And normally, I don't know if I'm a big fan of open world. I know that sounds controversial. I am in Skyrim. But with a game book, I like to feel like I'm always making progress. At every entry, I'm moving forward. So to come back to a certain place seems a little bit weird. Although saying that, in the early part of my game book, To Kill a Thief, I have got it where there are options to go back to the Thieves' Den, where the Thieves' Guild is, a couple of times. But it's not open world. It's not open world, and that's more dictated because of the storyline. Good morning, Jam. Good morning. We are talking game books because I'm thinking, what game book are we going to be doing next on the live stream? Plus, game books is, because I'm really in the mode of focusing on my game book as well. Leaving of the choices we have so far, a relaxed unwinding from the challenge of the haunted mansion, I recommend Scorpion Swamp the most. Oh, okay. Well, this might pique your interest. This might change your mind, because I do have the dungeon on Blood Island, which is the latest in Sir Ian Livingstone, which is signed. He's put Toucan Good Luck, Ian Livingstone. And when he signed this, it was such a touching moment. Honestly, I get a bit emotional. A lot, you're probably the same, I don't know. But for me, the Fighting Fantasy book series was so important for my development of reading, because I wasn't a massive reader at the time. I was probably about 11, 12 when these came out. And I didn't really read that much. I'd read a few Arthur books, which was about a kid who was Wild West, who lived in the Wild West. But it wasn't until these and what else? Well, James Bond books as well. But Fighting Fantasy really did pique my interest and got me reading. And so to meet Ian Livingstone now, and he actually knows who I am. Which is quite incredible, because someone like Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson, and Jonathan and Jam, I don't know if you don't do stalls, do you? You don't, do the conventions. But you must meet so many different people that to remember them. It's like me with my murder mysteries. I play most weekends to say 50 or 60 people doing the acting, and I can't remember their faces. Some of them I kind of remember every now and again, because we do have repeat people coming back, but I don't remember them. There's just so many people, so you don't expect them to remember you. So when I asked for him to, if he'd sign this and bought a copy, he went, "Oh, by the way, I've bought your game," and I went, "Oh, well, yeah," and I went, "Oh yeah, I knew you had." And the Crooked Crown, because we were at the UK Games Expo, and I wasn't. I was on a break. I was so gutted, so gutted. And anyway, he bought a game. He said he played it, and he said he enjoyed it. So I was like really over the moon. So that for it to come full circle was quite extraordinary. Anyway, look at me tearing up. Yes, the newest one. Grown Evening, Great Wizard. They have eyes everywhere. They do have eyes everywhere. Well met, mighty Alancia. I never know how to pronounce that. Warrior. Yes, so I was thinking that we might get stuck into the dungeon on Blood Island, which is a sequel, isn't it? It's a sequel to Death Trap Island. Is that right? Have I got that right? And I have made this submission before, so this is not too bad. Even though this really got me into reading the Fighting Fantasy series, I didn't end up reading a lot of them. The Warlock of Fight Top Mountain, yes. City of Thieves, yes. Cities of Chaos, yes. Forest of Doom, yes. House of Hell, yes. Port of Peril, yes. Creature of Havoc, I think I've done that one. Appointment of Fear, no. Island of the Lizard King, no. Death Trap Dungeon, no. I don't remember playing Death Trap Dungeon as a kid. I might have done, but I don't feel I did. The Dungeon Blood Island is a sort of sequel to Death Trap Dungeon, and is sort of parallel to the Trial of Champions. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool then. Because, you know, there might be references to Death Trap Dungeon that I probably won't get. And then we've got Sorcery 1, the Shalamanti Hills. I have played that one. Gates of Death, yes. Caverns of the Snow Witch, no. Sorcery 2, yes. Assassins of Lancashire, no. Return to Firetop Mountain, no. Sorcery 3, yes. Sorcery 4, I don't think I played in the end. The Crystal of Storms, yes. The Secret of Settlements, yes. The Shadow of Giants, yes. The Dungeon on Blood Island. So this is interesting, because what kind of crazy list is that? What kind of crazy list are you trying to pull on us? Scholastic. Are these the ones that Scholastic have released then? Have they not just released all of them? Am I getting this really wrong? What's going on, Scholastic? Because City of Thieves, all of that so far, the Port of Peril was never book 6. That was the most recent one, wasn't it? Look, that was this one. That was this one. So, come on. Come on, Scholastic. You're playing fast and loose with history. But it does have meaty tubes in it. Death Trap Dungeon, says Lirin. Though since Lord Carnus is apparently alive to build a dungeon to one-up his brother Sulcamivit, it would render the Trial of Champions, where he dies in the end, to be non-canon. Oh. Jonathan has put a yes. So Jonathan's confirmed that is the Scholastic release order. No one believes that. No one believes you, Scholastic. We know you're covering up the history. You're trying to erase history. It's an odd thing why they did that. I guess they wanted to make things new and they wanted to, you know, not just regurgitate the past, but it's odd. It is really odd when companies seem to buy a successful IP and then they change it. You can't change it too much, surely. Oh, there's some fantastic illustrations. It's always the monsters. Like that. Right, so it's probably going to be the Dungeon on Blood Island. I think we're going to be doing that one on Wednesday. There was another book, but I can't seem to find it. It was my collection. It was a short story collection with James... how do you pronounce it? James Atua. You know, you guys all know him. I kind of know him from Fighting Fantasy 5. I'm an odd thing too. Hi, Odd. I'm sleepy. Steve Jackson Games in the US is planning to publish 50 Fighting Fantasy books over the next 5 years, starting with 10 titles in 2025. Well, there you go. Surely it would make sense to do that. That's it, Jonathan. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Arquette. Oh, I feel like that's pretty good. James Arquette. Or Kit. Oh, or Kit. James or Kit. James or Kit. Okay, I'll try and remember it that way. Yeah, seemed like a nice guy. I've met him a couple of times. I don't know him that well. but he seems like a nice guy. He had his little stall. It was great. It was one of those sort of moments in an author's life. I'm not sure if is that his first collection. Is that his first game book? I don't know where I've put it. It's really odd. It must be in a box. I did do a big cleanse of books and everything. Oh, unless it's down there. Hang on, bear with me. Yes, I think it might be down here. Let's have a look. Come on. Oh yeah, look, here we go. Found some more game books. That's the one. I found it. Found it. Look at these. Look at these. It was only when I was clearing through everything, going through my bookcases, that I realised, God, we've done a lot of live streams. We have read so many books now. Where am I going to put these? Got no space. That's the one. Here it is. James Orchett managed to become an arch thief in League of Thieves. Fantastic, Martha. That's brilliant. We like that. Yes, Quad Portal is a collection of adventures where you are the main character in each of them. Hunt down a serial killer in Ripper Reaper Man. Bring an end to the merciless mine monster in Ultraviolator Underworld. Put a stop to a dark priest plan in Spiritual Sacrilege. Or take down the tyrant of the famous Tormentor Tree Tower. So there we go. Liren has put... What's that? Well done. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's to Martha. The hilarious irony of playing 1984's House of Heck on the phone app is that the reason you went into the house is to borrow the phone to get your car towed and repaired in the rainstorm. When this plot is technically no longer possible, since 99% of people these days have fully charged phones to render the night splatter... Yes, exactly. What would you do? Maybe... Yeah, if your car broke down, yeah, you would. You'd just phone the AA or a breakdown service. From your own phone, yeah. Congratulations, Martha. I know, I remember that when phones became more and more popular, and you then started seeing writers then work out how to get rid of the phone. Oh, it's out of battery. Oh, I left my phone at home. You know, it's like, yeah. Mobile dead spot. Yeah, that is a good one where there's no signal. That to me is probably the most believable one. Sometimes people don't have power in their battery, but I think you need to foreshadow it. You know that the phone, you know that they never charge their phone. They're always forgetting to charge their phone. So you need to have it where the characters run out of charge one time and it doesn't matter. But then when it does matter, it's not, oh, it's a coincidence. Certain parts of Somerset are like that. Yeah, well, I live I live in the sticks, but it's not in the sticks. It's not like a million of miles away. I'm literally 10-minute drive to the nearest town, and internet service around it. Yeah. Mobile phone service is terrible around here, so in my own house I can't even get a signal. I might need to change providers, but House of Hell turned into a welcome break. So I don't know, I had in mind that we'd play one of these two, either this one or this one. We'll do one of the stories. These are, I believe they're just 100 entries, which I quite like the idea of that. Yeah. So I don't know. Should we go for this one? Quad Portal. I'm tempted by Hunt the Serial Killer in Reaper Man. Oh no, Ripper Man. Helps if you can read. I have a gamebook idea, says Martha, where you are a fugitive on the run. Yeah, that's a good one. That is, yeah, that's a very good one. I guess what springs to mind is the what's his name, Richard Kimball, is it? The fugitive, where he's on the run from a crime he didn't commit. Hard to self-censor to House of Heck because Twitch of late has been oddly sensitive in blocking completely banal messages of mine that are somehow considered offensive. Oh, really? See, that's just their algorithms. It's rubbish. Go James first. He needs more exposure. Yeah, I did. That partly came into my mind, but also it's been enough time now, hasn't it, since his game book has come out? Because I think it's not right if someone has a game book launch and then literally the next week I'm live streaming it. So that's been 3 months, I think, wasn't it? September, October, November, December. Yeah, 4 months. Twitch thinks, watch out, potty mouth Lirin is here. Exactly. We know you, Lirin. You're shocking with the amount of swearing and objectionable statements you make. I know. It's kind of a weird thing though, because I guess because of my age, I grew up with television where it was fairly straight-laced. There were few shows that pushed the boundaries, like The Tube. Who remembers The Tube? Things like that. So when we decided to do the Bottled Imp YouTube channel, I just made this decision not to swear on it. I was going to, sort of be family friendly, I guess. But in some respects, that does restrict you from talking about certain things. Whereas, again, I don't swear online. I'm not a big swearer offline either, although I kind of sometimes swear for comedic effect. People that know me go, what are we talking about? You swear, you hardly ever swear. You're swearing all the time. But yeah, there is definitely a slight shift in my personality. Going online and offline, just ever so slightly, because you gotta be a bit aware of stuff like that. Okay, hunt down the serial killer in Reaper Man. James Orchett was born in London and continues to live in south of the United Kingdom to this present day. He enjoyed reading all kinds of various literature while growing up, but in particular game books and other interactive fun. His passion for game books would reignite in the mid-2010s through being a member of numerous related groups and communities that are active on social media. Being a part of these world introduced him to others who would go on to become some of his close friends in real life. After a few of them would progress to write their own game books, this inspired him to have a go himself. And what you're currently holding is a result of a year's commitment and dedication. The Fighting Game books are his Fighting Fantasy games are his favourite series of all time, where he is both a videographer and volunteer at the fests that have taken place in London since 2014. In addition to this, he's also helped to organise the You Are the Bureau pub quiz events that occur night before the Fighting Fantasy Fest. As well as Fighting Fantasy, he's a massive fan of the TV programme Nightmare, which ran from 1987 to 1994. In 2012, he made a YouTube documentary, did he, to commemorate the show's 25th anniversary. Oh, wow. I'll have to check that out. Quad Portal is the very first game book to be self-published in a physical book format. So, there we go. Oh, yeah, he did. He very kindly signed it as well. 2Ken, aka The Bottled Imp, thanks for your support. Presumably that's how he knows me then. Maybe he saw the Bottled Imp first. Because I did do a few Fighting Fantasy book reviews. Yeah. Oh, it's really nice when someone has achieved what they set out to do. You know, anyone that's writing, you know how difficult it is. It was more about once greeting Jam as a magnificent wizard that had this Twitch robots blocking the message outright. Taking that greeting and addressing it as KKK leader. Fantastic. Might go to sleep soon. I'm getting super tired. No worries, Martha. No worries. Yeah, look at... Oh, I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, look at these. Look at that. Nice illustrations. Illustrations by Waclaw Trailer. I can't pronounce that. Waclaw, and then the surname is Traier. Yeah. So that's good. So we'll do Ripper Reaper Man as the next one then. It's 100 entries, so it might just be a one-shot wonder. It might be 2 shots, 2 sessions. But then, we can... Maybe we won't do all of them, because then people will still want, have to buy the book if they want to do some of the other ones. So maybe we'll do 2 out of the 4. Yeah, 2 out of the 4. But that's a good idea, actually. Is it 4 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So that's cool. He's a bad motherfucker. Lerin has put here, although I do admit, John, when I fly off the handle, I have a vocabulary so colourful it would tell Samuel L. Jackson and Eminem running to the hills in front. I've seen you wield a massive 2-handed axe. So if your swearing's anything like that, we're all in trouble. Yeah, I mean, look, the game books I'm surrounded by. Zombie Apocalypse, we did that one. Jonathan Green's 'Twas the Krampus Night Before Christmas, we've done that one. Shadows of the Giants, we've done that one. We haven't done that one, though. Shadow on the Sand, we've done that one. A Lone Wolf. We've done Fire on the Water. We've done Jonathan's Alice in Wonderland. Alice's Nightmare in Wonderland. We've done Shadow Chaser. All these books. We've done Secrets of Salamis. We've done The Tavern on Gallows Hill. We've done the Kingdoms of Terror. We've also... No, I haven't done that. Of Magic and Monkeys. You can buy that. That's available on Amazon or my website. We've done Port of Peril. This is crazy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's just a few of what we've done. I hadn't realised we'd done so many. It's crazy. I'm taking down the Xmas decorations today. We'll then crack on with Paranormal Hero 3. Just about to discover a rather important diary. Ooh, I like the sound of that, Jam. Talking of writing, yes, just to keep you updated, I have finished, I think I said this already, I have finished plotting out the book, 400 entries, so I'm very happy with that. There was enough plot for 400 entries. And I had written a sample before the Kickstarter. Oh, I've got a hiccup. Of 30 entries. Well, technically it's actually 31 or 32 because I'd put a few extra ones in and just called them like 17A or such and such A. So over 30 entries there. 30. I have now written up to 49 entries. Woohoo! Almost did 20 the other day, yesterday. So I'm aiming to write some more today. So hopefully, if I can in the next 2 days get to 100 entries, then that'll be 1/4 of the way. Is that how that works? Will I be 1/4 of the way? I think I will be. I'm taking... Yep. You're speeding ahead. I'm only halfway. What, plotting it out? I thought you'd started writing the entries. No, I don't think I'm speeding ahead, to be honest, Jam. I've written 50 entries, let's say 50 entries, out of 400. Yeah, you're writing the first draft. So have you done... How many entries have you done then? You're only halfway. Well, you've done 200 entries then, at least, haven't you? 201. Yeah, there you go. You're much... Oh, did you mean... Yeah, no, you're speeding ahead. Anyway. I once had the misfortune, says Lyrene, good fortune perhaps, of watching a G-rated cut of Die Hard where Bruce Willis was edited to shout "Yippee-ki-yay, Melon Farmer." Who's Melon Farmer? What, as in like like somebody that grows melons? Yes, conservative Saturday afternoon censors are odd bunch. Yeah. I guess it's like what sounds similar. I know that very common phrase, "Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmer." Brilliant. Yeah, so I've written 50 entries, and it's going well. I'm enjoying it. But there is that itch. I don't know if you find this, Jam or Jonathan or anyone else that writes, where you kind of just want it done. It's like, yeah, I just want it done now. It's an odd process, writing, isn't it? You want to do it, you plan it, you get your characters, you get your plot, you get everything ready, and you spend time doing that, and then you write it, and then when you're writing, you just want that to be finished. It's a weird process. But I am enjoying doing it, and it really is good. Yeah, all the time. Yeah, all the time. It's a bizarre concept because you like doing it, but when you're doing it, the writing, you don't want it. You just, let me finish that. That's not to say that I'm rushing it or that I don't put love and care into it, but there's just something that I think it's because you know that there's so much of it and you just want it finished. Maybe that's the psychology behind it. So I'm trying to write 20 entries a day to finish it by the end of January. That's my plan, the first draft. Then I can go over it, look at it, and then once I've done, second, third draft, I'll put it out to the play testers. How do you do that, Jonathan? Do you... Oh yeah, you've done that before. Yeah, you do. You do it digitally, don't you? Because what I thought I would do... Is this what you do with your Kickstarter? So I've got the pledge where people can... It's like they get a playtest copy of the book. But I'm also going to... So I thought what I would do is that a digital copy? Yeah, you send a PDF with a copyright notice on the footer. Yeah, send a PDF. Maybe watermark it somehow first. Yeah. Okay, but what I meant... Sorry, let me clarify that. Yeah, so I was going to do PDF... But also the people that have paid, watermark it. Yeah, I can do that. I can put that on. What inspires me is the next project. Oh, yes, I missed that comment. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm already in my head, my murder mystery game. I've finished that now, as in case number 1. And that's enough, to pitch it to publishers. I've already started writing in my head plot 2, or it might be the tutorial. I might do a shorter one where there's not so many rooms and not so many witnesses for demonstration purposes. So say a publisher takes it on, they want to launch it at a games convention. no one's going to sit down, are they, at a games convention for 2 hours, 3 hours doing a murder mystery on our demo table? So I did think that I would write one where it's, 6 rooms, 6 suspects, witnesses, and so the game can be played in like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I was thinking to do that. But anyway, yeah, so playtesting though, because I've got a tier level that the playtesters get their play, they get the playtest copy. What I'm going to do is, I thought I would ask people to playtest it, and they get a PDF. Then, people that backed the playtesting level, I'm going to publish, they get a physical copy of the book. Is that what you do with your playtesting level, Jonathan? You actually print a playtesting copy and send it to them, because then they can still playtest that copy and give you any feedback before you do the final print of the book. Does that make sense? And I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. That was a bit loud, wasn't it? We'll edit that bit out. No, they get a copy of the physical book with everyone else. Oh, I see. Okay, they usually print it themselves. Yeah. So the playtest copy is not different from the original. They are also credited in the front of the book as an official playtest, so they only playtest the PDF. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll have to have a look what I put up on my Kickstarter, because I kind of thought they'd get a physical copy, but maybe I've ballsed that one up. It's a big learning curve, isn't it, guys? It will be different because the printed version will include their corrections. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking, that any feedback that you get, you obviously then well, you don't obviously, but it might change from their feedback. It's up to you, but sending out more physical copies will be costly. Yeah, I'll have to have a look to see how many people back that. Might go back to bed for more sleep. Yes, Martha, we're nearly finished here. Yeah, I'll have to have a think about that, but that's an interesting thing. The PDF is credited from my Word document. Oh, PDF is credited, so it doesn't feature any artwork. Yes, yeah, well, I think I might do it like, I might actually typeset it. Because then it's done. I'm like, typeset it, then it's done. Yeah, I'll have to have a think about that as well. Good night, Martha. Yeah. For Manikar, Lord of Eternity, I made the playtester's copy with a slightly different logo. Yeah, I was thinking of doing something slightly different. Just so they've got something different. And also, yeah, definitely include their names in the front, the playtest, who the playtesters were. Fantastic. So there we are. Oh, one last thing, actually. I have been reading the Game Design Toolbox, which Sally very kindly got for me, by Martin Ananda. And it's very good. It's very good. It is focused a little bit on video games, but not entirely. And I think there's a lot of crossover between video games and analog games. So that's been very useful, very interesting read. It's also one of those things where you can read, and so far I'm not sure, there's been the odd thing where I've gone, oh, that's new, that's interesting. But so far, because I have delved into game design, reading stuff a little bit before, and learning off Kedrick, Kedrick Winks, it's confirmed what I kind of thought with game design. But I'm where am I? Chapter 3. So I've read 48 pages. I'm going to finish it, obviously. So it'd just be interesting just to see if there's anything that I can take from this to put into my game design in the future, and also probably help me with game books as well. The other thing that I was thinking of doing because Kickstarter is such, you know, a funny thing, I'm going to sort of think of my next game book to advertise now in the next, you know, by the end of January, hopefully, or February, because I want a lot of months to advertise it, basically, because you just need months and months and months of people seeing it. And as we know, it's a numbers game. You know, I think I got, I don't know, like 50 people sign up beforehand. And then out of that 50 people, I think 10 people did actually, you know, back the project. So, you know, we got 56 people backing the project, which is fantastic. But they didn't come from that list that said they were interested. So, you know, they've changed their mind for whatever reason. So, obviously, if you get 100 people expressing an interest, I might get 20 people backing it, 30 people backing it from that 100. So, again, it's a numbers game. Grokonut looks like he's going to draw something on your back. Yes, he's always thinking this one. He's always thinking. He is always thinking. So there we are. That is what we're going to... Sorry that we didn't really talk a lot about projects and everything, but we, you know, I just thought, look how many game books we've actually played. Flight from Dark, Classic Lone Wolf, Fighting Fantasy, Stormslayer, one of Jonathan's, we played that. Fighting Fantasy, Eye of the Dragon, we played that. Caverns of Cult, we played that. Chasms of Doom, we played that. We have played so many. Forest of Doom, we played that. Gates of Death, the old Charlie Higson one, we played that. The Trial of Lost Time, we even played that one. There's even more. There's more that I haven't shown you. So, it's just been crazy. Right, the other things I did get for Christmas, that I didn't get on Christmas Day, I'll get a couple of days later, was a ticket to Oblivion. Look at that, Jonathan. Edward Marston. Whoop, whoop. Jonathan and I have discovered that we share a love of Edward Marston. Check your jacket. Grokklesnook may have drawn a map of Scorpion Swamp on it. Yeah, you never know. You never know, cheeky little monkey. I'm trying to get my gals to share some ideas for a third parallel book. I want them on a cover with Daddy. Oh, that'd be nice. That would be lovely, Jam. Yeah, absolutely. Ticket to Oblivion, a thrilling new adventure for the railway detective. I was going to try and read these in order, but I find them in charity shops, and so I don't have a choice. But this looks like it's near the end of the series, this one. So there we are. So hopefully there's no spoilers, like he dies or something. And then this one seemed to take my fancy. A Durant Wallace mystery, The Third Ryle Conspiracy, if that's how you pronounce it. In the spring of 1885, the Northwest Rebellion has broken out amid the chaos of Battle of Batshi. A grisly act leaves Reuben Wake dead. That's all you're getting. It just drew me in. And because it's a murder mystery, I'm reading more murder mysteries now because I'm writing murder mysteries for my Devilish Deaths game. So I'm just trying to, you know, submerge myself in the murder mystery genre as well. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Ghouls, imps, boggarts, brownies. There we are. That is the end of today. I don't feel like we chatted a lot about different things really, but there we go. Sometimes it's a little bit more low key. Low key. Anyway, so we're going to be back this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. with Quad Portal, written by James Orkett. And we are doing Reaper Man. We're going to be playing through that. And there's the illustration. Reaper Man. So it'll be interesting to see how a 100-entry game book works. Because remember, Jam and I teamed up together. So if you backed both of our projects, you will receive well, from me anyway, 100 words. 100 words? That's a very short game book. 100 entry game book. And from Jam, he might do a longer one, but I'm not sure. But I was quite interested in doing just 100 entries. That's quite a skill. Quite a skill. Because how much plot do you put in? How much plot do you put in? There we are. So, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate that. Good night, everybody. Lee Wren, yes, good night. Oh my, more Victorian Gothic punk on Wednesday. Yes. Oh yeah, it follows on, doesn't it? So that's quite good. It does follow on. And of course, if you did want to get your very own copy of The Ghost of Craven Manor, you can go to Amazon, type in Joseph Daniels or The Ghost of Craven Manor, and you can finish off that game book. So thank you so much to Joseph for letting us play it. My shortlist published game book is 60 sections long. Oh, really? So you've had one that's 60 sections? Was that literally just, can you make a cup of tea? That's all the character wanted to do, was just make a cup of tea. And then he was out of milk and he had to go to the shop. And then the shop was closed. Then he had to go to a farm, squeeze his own milk. Yeah, that's not a good action to do on live stream, is it? It's milk squeezing. Squeezing your meaty tubes. Right, enough about that. Merry 4th of January, everybody. It's called The Magpie and the Bat. Sounds good. The Magpie and the Bat. Was it in a magazine, or what was it? We were just wrapping up, Jonathan. Now you come out with this interesting little nugget. Yeah. I'll have a cup of tea while you think on that. Oh, it's Arkham Horror. Oh, fantastic! It's online. If you want to check out Jonathan's short 60 entry game book, The Magpie and the Bat, type that into Google and type Arkham Horror, and I'm sure that will come up. An Amish murder mystery where you don't have access to electricity, much less phone, perhaps. That's a good idea. Well, this is why I like writing about the fantasy genre, actually. Because I think things are kind of easier on the writer and hard, and because you don't necessarily have electricity to solve loads of problems. Technology isn't going to be there. The first 10 sections are in a Dark Horse comic, and the adventure continues online. Oh, I see. I like that idea. Good idea. Right, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate... Take two. Thank you for watching. Cockle Snook. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Lirin. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Jam. Thank you to anyone else that watched. Who else watched? Anyone else? I think I've mentioned everybody that commented. And thank you if you did watch and you didn't comment. I really appreciate that. If you would like to follow the channel, that all helps with the algorithms and everything. And you can follow, yeah, I've already said that, follow the channel. Plus, if you want to see this again, I don't know why you would, but anyway, you can go to the Edra Tales YouTube channel, where I do export all of these live streams to keep a record of them, because Twitch is now glitching when I try and save it on Twitch, which is very frustrating. Anyway, Happy New Year to you all. Yeah, we should have said about what projects we're going to do. Anyway, yeah, this was one of the more low-key Edra Scrolls. So thank you to everybody that's watched. I'm off to write more To Kill a Thief. Hopefully I'll write another 20 entries today. Really enjoying writing it. Take care, and Wednesday, 6:30 PM UK time, we will be doing Reaper Man by James Orkett. No, you're an Orkett. Right. Bye. Just rambling. See, that's the rambling part. Don't say I don't put the description. Bye.